Hello, everyone, and welcome to Those Forking Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy book, TV, movie, pop culture fandoms, and how they integrate into our adult lives. I'm Natasha.
I'm Christine.
And today we are talking about which characters we think would make absolutely horrible best friends and which would make best friends.
Best friend-worthy friends. And to help us do that today, we have special guest, love of our lives, bestie, Chloe, and our social media manager. You probably talked to her in a comment if you've ever followed us on Instagram, which you should be doing.
We get down in the DMs. It's great. Hi, friends. It's good to see you again. And that is also how I would like to be addressed from now on. Any texts I receive, love of my life, bestie Chloe. Bye, everyone.
Everyone calls her Chloe, but
yeah, that's so
that
true.
Chloe has caught on.
A couple of our friends in our friend group do it sometimes, and it's always kind of jarring because I only expect it from the two of you or listeners. So I'm like, oh my god, what's happening?
But before we get into the main discussion today, we've got Snap, Crackle, pop culture news, and we have our first today in Taylor Swift in weeks. She's been gone for so long, and I'm so happy to have her back. All right, today in Taylor Swift, okay, she won the Tour of the Century Award from the iHeart Music Radio Awards. And she had an acceptance speech over video, and it's kind of filmed in front of something reflective, and you could see Travis filming it in the reflection.
That is everything. Are you kidding me?
So cute. And she's wearing plaid. So, plaid is definitely, a thing she's been doing intentionally for months now. And she was wearing a snake necklace. What?
I feel like she's just been she's really just buying into Reputation for a really long
100% is.
Really?
Yeah.
She's telling us that it's going to come next, but when is next? Who fucking knows now?
I will say, I don't remember what episode this was, or if it was a clip, or whenever you were talking about this, Christine, it all blurs together in my mind, but talking about how it's the year of the snake and how she's had a pattern of new album release to TVs. I genuinely think that it's coming this year. I do feel like she's going to pull a fast one on us though and drop it in the November. Isn't that when the original album came out? I feel like we're going to have to wait so long, unfortunately.
The single came out at the end of August. Look What She Made Me Do. So who knows? If she's going to do two, though, I feel like she has to start before November, but maybe she won't debut the same year. But there probably will be no explanation. There would just be Reputation, because that was her whole thing with Reputation. Also, a second today in Taylor Swift news, the first time that Taylor Swift storied in 2025 on Instagram was this past week, and it was about Selena Gomez's new album coming out called I Said I Love You First. And did you guys hear the story of when she said I love you? It was a couple weeks into dating, and she was half asleep or something, or I feel like she'd gotten surgery or something, and she was coming out of anesthesia. And she was
I was gonna say, wasn't she a little out of it, / drugged or something?
Yeah. And she was like, I love you. And he was like, what? No.
The more clips I see of them, I recently watched their Hot Ones interview, and the more I see of them, the more I'm I 100% get it. In 2025, us girlies, we're looking for men that are obsessed with us, and that is the bare minimum. And Benny is obsessed with Selena, and she deserves that after the turmoil that has been her past relationships. So I'm just so happy for her, and I love that Taylor shared it, because it's just
she's a supportive.
She's so ride or die for her friends. It's so beautiful.
And I love it.
Every time
in the Hot Ones, Benny is before Selena, he
talking
didn't really
about
listen to Taylor, and now he listens to her music all the time.
It was so cute.
And she's it's timeless.
Well, it feels very normal to me, because I've also done that with my boyfriend, and I think a lot of us have that experience of here's Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Hope you like it.
Also, in that interview, one of the questions he has to ask her when they're doing the hot ones is like, which of my songs that I've produced is your favorite? And she doesn't know any. Okay, so I saw a reel talking about like 10 songs that Benny Bianco wrote and produced, or co-wrote and produced. They're huge songs.
Yeah, he's an incredible producer.
By Kesha, like, oh my God, I'm
a lot of Justin Bieber songs, which is crazy to think about.
A huge Rihanna song that I'm blanking on. Diamonds shine bright like a diamond. Like, he is behind all of these songs, all these hits. So I'm like, girl, how do you not
She probably does. She probably does know a song.
So many. And then
yeah. I didn't read it as that. I read it as like she literally couldn't speak because it was so spicy in her mouth, and she was like, I don't give up about this right now. Like, I don't want to sing a song.
But anyway, have you listened to the album? It's only 34 minutes, so it's a quick listen.
No, I haven't.
I've listened to a few songs, and there's that one that's like blowing up on TikTok and Instagram right now, like Bluest.
That one?
No, Bluest Flame.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a bop. It's like definitely like a summer vibe. I like it.
That one hasn't caught my attention as much. I listened to it a couple times, but maybe I'm just like not honing in on it because I'm kind of listening in the background.
Just like picture yourself like with a tropical drink. Obviously a mocktail because it's us. Picture yourself with like a tropical mocktail sitting by the beach. Maybe it's like you, me, Tosh, like Santa Monica Pier, do-over, tropical drink, listening to the song.
I mean, I'll have to re-listen with that in mind.
Picturing that.
My top 5 right now are Scared of Loving You, which is the last track. It's so sweet. Definitely hit that one up. I Can't Get Enough, which is more of like a techno-y bop vibe. Sunset Boulevard, which is the sexy, like big heart, and then Younger and Hotter Than Me, which is the first song on the album, and then Call Me When You Break Up has really grown on me. So
I'm gonna have to do a listen and then send my thoughts.
I feel very out of the game. I haven't listened to, and I also like really haven't listened to Sabrina's new songs yet. Yeah. You know me, I'm not like a big music girl, so I guess it's like one of my faves.
I love music, and also I'm looking for new fodder. This is a nice one to write to because it's kind of like it has a softer feel throughout most of it.
I see. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you? Maybe I've missed this, but do you ever like release your writing playlists with each book?
Again, but better and better togethers are out. I never released Attached
I was
at the
about
Hip.
to say, I don't remember Attached at the Hip.
Yeah, because I'm a crazy person and I go page by page and minute by minute with the music so that it goes along. And I didn't have time to do that for Attached at the Hip, but really, I should just the playlist with everything on it.
Just send the playlist. Probably. Yeah, I don't know if we need to go that.
Yeah. But yeah, I've already started putting together the one for book 4, like in order. So it's kind of in order. And so I will get back to doing that for this next book. All right. Next on the list, Natasha, you have something you want to share?
Do I?
You had this one down here with the, what's her name?
Okay. I want to, Shailene. Hold on. Okay. Shailene Woodley, the French.
You're reading my comment. Just say it, and then I'll say my comment for everyone.
Shailene Woodley and the French man from Emily in Paris are dating.
The cook,
the chef.
Okay.
So I didn't know this, and I found out by reading the doc, and my response in the doc was,
into the pictures,
I would pay to watch.
They look like a beautiful granola couple.
Like I said, I would pay to watch.
Granola couple.
Like, she's not wearing any makeup. She looks like her naturally beautiful self. And then he's like very, like, so much hair, but he's got like a nice mustache. It's like very trimmed.
French.
I was not impressed with his look on the Emily in Paris press tour.
Season 4, bad.
Oh, the press tour.
But he's fixed his mustache a little bit and his facial hair, because I feel like he was a hot mess on the press tour. It was like all over the place, scraggly.
Yeah, he's like annoyingly hot though, so he doesn't have to necessarily like.
But
Yeah.
he
Keep it up.
lost appeal for me in season 4 because I didn't like him as a
I think they
character.
tried. I was about to say they definitely tried to do that though, and I will admit it. I was an Emily in Paris hater. I'm pretty sure that's recorded on the show. I think there's evidence that I am, but I ate that shit up. Yeah, I changed
love
my
that
mind.
man on the show.
Well, it's just like it's so bingeable and it's so comfy and
Yes.
it's like it almost feels like fantasy because it's not real life. Like
Yes.
no one.
It's
No
just like
one's
she's
like that.
living this fantasy influencer life that's
Yes.
ridiculous. And it's fun to just like let it go. Just go with it. If you're holding on to like all the unrealistic shit, it can get on your nerves.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Well, I also enjoy. Well, they did the French actors and actresses really well because they're French, and they also. I love how outrageous the fashion keeps getting. Like I think
just
Tosh and
gets
I
worse
talked
and
about
worse.
this.
The outfits they wore to ski were the most obnoxious things I've ever seen in my life. Like the one that the blonde girl wore that was just like a poof around her face.
She looked like a glorified Pomeranian.
What is this choice?
I will say, I follow an influencer that Loki wore pretty much that outfit this ski season.
My cousin had an outfit like that this ski season. She went skiing, and I was like, "This is giving Emily in Paris hard."
At least you can spot them on the mountain. You know what I mean? You don't have to look that far.
From far, far away. But I'm happy to see Shailene Woodley happy because I feel like I haven't seen her in a long time. She's been underground.
What was the last thing she did? I don't even
I watched
remember.
it. It was called The Women. It dropped on Stars. I really liked it.
Yeah, one of the more obscure.
It was a little
cable
sad though.
channels.
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys, for some reason, I was in like Shailene Woodley scream talk. Like
What?
The
What's scream talk?
Scream that she screams in Insurgent.
Oh,
Wow, what a
And
deep cut.
People make fun of it, and they're like, "Oh my god, that sounds like Shailene Woodley's scream." I can't even do it.
I
It's
know,
just
I wanna hear it.
She like jumps off. Hold on, let me bring it up on TikTok. She like when she jumps off the cliff or something, right?
the cliff.
The building.
I was about to say a building.
And she like
No.
soars through.
Insurgent, the second one. Or are you talking about in Divergent when she's
in
on
both.
the
She does
line?
it in both, and it's like silent, and then she screams. Okay,
Damn.
Shailene Woodley scream.
I will say the TikTok search is everything to me because I can look up like a sound that
most
is so
obscure
deep,
shit.
the most obscure shit, and it'll pull it up. Okay.
Damn it!
Oh my god, I know.
Yes, yeah, it's. That unlocks something
It's
so
like a
deep in
horse
me.
Scream like
Oh, it's like her voice just like breaks.
goes in and out. Yeah,
I think it's truly just very fake sounding.
it is. I know it so well. Like,
Her
I've heard
voice
it
is honestly
much.
so
so
distinctive.
iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's iconic. Especially to like book girlies.
Okay, speaking of The Fault in Our Stars, starring Shailene Woodley, let me transition here right into Regretting You casting news. Okay, so Regretting You by Colleen Hoover is in the process of being adapted. One of the production by Anna Todd and Paramount, and we have like all of the cast now. I think Willa Fitzgerald from Reacher is probably playing the mom. McKenna Grace is playing the daughter. We've got Scott Eastwood, who I don't really know, but you guys
Oh my
seem to
God.
like him.
love Scotty.
He's so fucking hot. I'd bang Clint Eastwood though.
Oh god.
We know how Chloe feels, but Scott is so delicious, and he was like one of my first, like having a first memory of a celebrity crush because he started
literally-
as a model.
Oh, when I saw his name, I was like, oh, that's the guy that's also in It Ends With Us, right? Natasha's like, no,
No,
he looks like him.
Why are you giving me? Never mind.
Because that's the voice you did.
That is not the voice I did.
Yes, it is. It's
That's the
one where
voice you
get-
use for all bitchy people.
No, that was your Natasha voice when you do the no.
I think I was about to say it's just when your Natasha disagrees with your voice.
Yeah. But also, okay, Dave Franco, which I didn't realize. I bet he's playing the other husband.
This cast is stacked.
Yeah, and Allison Williams, the girl from Girls. And it's being written and directed. So the first draft was written by Susan McMahon, who did the after script, but it was rewritten, and now credit is being fully given to Josh Boone. So it must have been like a full rewrite. And Josh Boone directed The Fault in Our Stars and Stuck in Love. And he wrote Stuck in Love, which I love Stuck in Love. I think, Natasha, you hadn't seen that movie the last time we talked about it. It's so good. It's Logan Lerman and Lily Collins,
yes, I have seen Stuck in Love. I saw it when it first came out.
The dad guy. What is his name? I love that guy. I can't remember his name.
That guy? Logan. I remember Logan Lerman looking so delicious in that
Lights?
No, I always confuse him with Rob from Parks and Rec, but it's not him. Do you know what I'm talking about?
From Parks
Literally, that guy, Chris from Parks and Rec, but his name is Rob in person. I can't remember his name right now. Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe?
Okay, it's not Rob Lowe though. It's not Rob Lowe. It's a celebrity that looks kind of like Rob Lowe that I always confuse with Rob Lowe. Anyway,
no, who's in Stuck in Love?
He's in Stuck in Love. He plays the dad, and he's great. Anyway, you'd know him if you saw him. He's in a lot of stuff. Anyway, Stuck in Love is great. And so I'm really pumped about Josh Boone being the director, writer. I have so much hope for this movie.
Oh, that man does not look like Rob Lowe.
No.
Wait, show the
Greg. Yeah, Greg.
He's in like Something's Gotta Give.
I
don't know if I give. He doesn't give Rob.
He gives Kevin Bacon, honestly.
That is yes.
I don't know Kevin Bacon well, so I would never draw the conclusion, but I can
How
maybe
do you not
see
know
it.
Kevin Bacon?
All old white men look the same.
Know him. Anyway,
That's the reality.
We're getting off topic. He has nothing to do with Josh Boone's directing of Regretting You. But anyway, I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
Yes, always.
Yes, good. Okay.
I just hope that this goes better for Colleen, and I wish her all the best. You know, for all of her adaptations moving forward.
Yes.
Speaking of.
Yes.
I was about to say there's more Colleen.
Verity has an official premiere date for May 15th, 2026, which is like almost a year away. That they're still filming it, so that's really exciting. There's so many behind the scenes paparazzi shots.
Yes.
There was like a scene of them filming the first scene.
The opening scene with the blood. The head, the exploding head that gets on our face.
I'm just so excited to see Dakota Johnson and Anne Hathaway. Like,
me too.
They look
like
similar.
Cray.
They do. They do look similar.
It's purposeful. Yeah.
Dakota Johnson has been working. Like, girlie is booked and busy.
I forgot about the A24.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay.
I saw the trailer and I was like, she better pick the fucking rich man this time.
She better pick Pedro.
I know. Yeah.
Christine, but everyone in the comments,
trailer? Everyone in the comments is saying that since it's A24, there's going to be like something weird.
Some twist.
Some twist. And I agree.
So it looks like a rom-com.
Wait, what are you talking about? Because people need to be filled in because none of us know except for y'all.
Chloe, look up what the date, the title of the film is. So there's this new A24 film. I remember when they were filming it because I was like, oh my God, there's Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans with Dakota Johnson.
Oh, I saw a picture of the three of them.
Yes, rom-com. We think because it's A24, maybe like a little thriller aspect to it,
or maybe something dark.
Yes, she plays a matchmaker.
Wait, I saw something about this on like TikTok,
and she goes to a wedding, meets
It's
Pedro.
called Materialists.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Goes to a wedding, meets Pedro Pascal, super rich, like billionaire type, starts dating him, also reconnects with an old flame, Chris Evans, who's like low life, working as a waiter at the wedding, has multiple roommates, and it's like, I think it's like a little love triangle thing.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
It looks really hot. But Pedro
Pascal is also a secret serial killer running an underground drug thing.
There has to be something wrong with him. Yeah, I was about to say, because like from the trailer, he seems perfect. Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
Right, exactly.
But the vibes are giving like 80s like romance film. That's like it feels like one of her mom's films, like Working Girl, honestly.
Metal said he'll secretly be a cannibal.
Oh my god, I would love that.
That's so A24. You would not love watching it, Christine.
You know what? Now that I've watched Fresh, I'm kind of more like immunized to the idea of watching it.
Good for you. I'm not.
That was really hard the first time, but like I did a lot of brain work to be able to watch it, and now I can watch.
Growth.
All right, last thing on the news today. Wait, did you say the Verity premiere date, Natasha?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Last thing on the news today is that Survivor is airing again, and I have a Survivor rom-com that I wrote that's been out for a while now called Attached at the Hip. I'm an author, and Attached at the Hip is like POV. You got casted on Survivor, and they're about to start filming, and they're like, hold up, just want to let you know that you're actually on a Survivor spinoff show. It's Survivor with a romance slant. And she's like, oh my god, wait, what? I thought this is Survivor. Like, and they're like, yeah, so it's very much like Survivor, but you're going to be attached by 8 feet of rope to someone else, and it's going to be like you're compatible with 3 people on the show romantically and everyone platonically. So, and every 3 days you'll be switching partners, and it's like Survivor. Someone gets eliminated every 3 days, and there are challenges and stuff, but she ends up attached to a misconnection. It's the guy she had a crush on all through high school, and they haven't spoken in 4 years. And that's how we start. And it's called Attached at the Hip. And it's linked in the show notes. So, and if you've already read it and enjoyed it, it's super helpful to me if you take a quick second to review it on Amazon or Audible or BarnesandNoble.com or like wherever you devoured it, because that's how new people find the book. And it really, really helps to make the algorithm tell people to read it. So thank you already if already doing that, and if you are going to do that, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Helps my author career. All right. Next, what right now? All right, Natasha, what have you been reading?
Well, with the saga of my stolen phone and getting a new phone, it's just been slow going over here. I'm in the end game of Christine's book, and I'm still enjoying it so much.
I love it. Thank you. I'm glad.
Love it. You guys, she's written a very good story with a very lovable main man character that I can't wait for you guys to meet.
Are you done with Not in Love?
I'm not done with Not in Love.
Okay. She's also reading Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood.
I've got one more hour of it left. I got annoyed, and I you know when that happens, and I stopped listening for a bit.
I'm not sure if I want to read Not in Love because I'm reading it right now, but I'm annoyed too.
Okay.
I feel like you should finish.
I want to keep going. I'm just annoyed because both of them are like being annoying and secretive.
I kind of want to go on an Ali Hazelwood binge because you kind of inspired me, Christine, and now Tasha, I didn't realize you were reading one.
She's already read all of them except for this one.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, so I read obviously Deep End, and I read it at this point, I think like 4 times. I'm obsessed. I'm a little worried though, because Deep End like is so up my alley, like in an insane way.
Sure.
I tried to read Bride. I couldn't get into it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try again.
Push past the first chapter.
I'm going to push past. Yes. But maybe I need an Ali Hazelwood binge.
It's a fun time. Chloe, what have you been reading?
I'm rereading Throne of Glass because ever since finishing it for the first time, it's honestly, I think Throne of Glass changed my life. And I've told Tosh and Christine this, and I know it's dramatic, but I genuinely think that it did. Like, the characters are just so inspiring to me. And it's one of those book series that I feel like I can just escape into. And I've been having a hard time recently. So it just feels like comfy to go back to what I know. And then I am in beginning times of Christine's book. So Tosh and I are on opposite sides, but I'm very excited to dive in more.
Yeah. I read Sunrise on the Reaping this week.
Oh boy, you did.
And
Yeah.
what a fucking ride. I was like, this is less of an emotional roller coaster and like an emotional skydive. It's so good. But I was destroyed. So many people, I put out a video of just like me after I finished because I was just so, I haven't been like that, a mess like that in a really long time. Like, books I read now have happy stuff that make me cry. Like, because I read a lot of romance and it's like guaranteed happy ending. It's been a while since I turned on a dystopian, not turned on,
Turn it on.
and it was like, I need to read this right now. But you know, The Hunger Games, obviously, it's like coming home again. And it's just, it's a book that you think, you know how it's going to end, but it doesn't matter because it's beautifully written and there's just a splendid array of characters. And you just learn so much that really just enriches the stories we've already read. Mm. And you start putting together these little dots and so good. And
I'm so tempted to go back into Hunger Games now.
I mean, I went back and had to rewatch The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay this week.
It's just so good.
It's so good, and I miss it, but there's a few people in the chat, like Metal is saying we're living in a dystopian era, and Elise is saying, I feel like we're going back into a dystopian era. I'm scared to read The Hunger Games, A, because I feel like it's going to feel too much like real life, and I'm going to get scared, and B, because I feel like we're living in such a difficult time right now, part of me wants to escape completely out of it, and dystopian almost feels too close, but I do think the reading cycle is going that way because we were super into fantasy, and then dystopian comes next. So
see, we are living in a dystopian era, but like we're not in this Haymitch era much anymore. So like I wouldn't want to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That one is PTSD, and so is like Mockingjay. I feel like both ends of the spectrum really like we're in it. But Haymitch is more like it feels a little separated because it's 25 years before and it's that's the 10th Hunger Games and this is the 50th, so it's 40 years after Ballad. And it kind of just like enriches the characters instead of so much the world. You know, it's seeing all it enriches like Haymitch as a character. Like you really learned so much.
I do love Haymitch, so
it was really lovely. I've gotten a lot of people being like, are you going to make a book talk? And I'm like, honestly, it feels really emotionally raw for me still. Like I don't, when I think about it, I get emo, but I'm still, I haven't like said no to myself on it yet, but I have a tight deadline for my 5th book. Just starting it, so I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, so Siobhan says like, I warned my friend that it would be sad AF, and she said, "Oh, I'll be fine." And then she cried in chapter 2, just like I did. Literally, when I first posted, being like in a glass box of emotion, I was in chapter 2. I was just at the reaping. I was just like, dude.
I don't know if Chloe's in the emotional place to take all that on, but 6 months from now, I'm gonna be all up in that.
Eventually, to do it, like don't write it off forever. You want to know the story eventually. Like before the movie, I'd want to read it.
I never read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I don't think you have to. My friend Allison texted me and she was like, I haven't read Ballad. Do I read Sunrise? And I was like, you don't have to read Ballad. Honestly,
do you think Sunrise is better than Ballad?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ballad is like torturous because you're reading from Snow's point of view. And if you've had any like relationship with a narcissistic person in your life, you're getting PTSD the entire time. And you just want to like strangle him, like, and you just have to live in his head the whole time. So it's really hard, and it was really hard for me. I couldn't get through it without getting the audiobook toward the end, so that's how I finished it. The movie is so much easier because you're not like really in his head. You're separated because there's the camera. And so I would just watch the movie.
I want to read it, but it's hard when I'm at school and I probably had to be at home.
You don't want to listen to it.
I was about to say listening to it and then getting emotional.
Many people were like, should I stop listening at work? And I was like, do not listen at work. And then somebody was like, I made the mistake of finishing it at work. I was like, no, I'm so sorry.
That's crazy.
She was like, I had to go to the bathroom because I was dying.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. TV shows. What have we been watching? The Severance finale was this week and it kicked fucking ass. It was so good.
Severance finale was so good.
That was a TV moment. Like the band scene, I feel like is going to be an iconic thing that people reference for the rest of time.
I just like, now that it's all out, you guys, if you haven't watched Severance, please binge it.
Watch it. Yeah, we're going to try to get one of our patrons that we've been trying to get on for a while on for a Severance episode. So you should watch it now. Oh my God, Clockwork Princess. Yes, another sob cry.
Oh God. Okay, yeah, we watched Severance and both Christine and I watched White Lotus. It's heating up.
It's gotten real good. It was a slow burn. Running Point. I finished Running Point. And it did get better.
The Kate Hudson one?
There was 3 moments where I laughed out loud, and they were all physical comedy. It was the only thing that was like really funny to me, but it did get like I was interested by like episode 5. I wanted to finish it. And they're half an hour, so it goes really fast. So I still think it would be better if someone like less uber confident played her. I think a lot of her lines would be funny and not just there. But yeah, it was good. It wasn't like my favorite, but it was good.
Chloe? I don't really watch TV. You know this about me. And I do sometimes feel very like out of the loop, especially when our friends are talking about all the TV shows that they love. Truthfully, in true Gen Z fashion, like I always reach for YouTube if I have time over a TV show, but I have been watching Drag Race season 17 and I've been loving that. I got into drag like 3-4 years ago and I just get so much inspiration specifically for like content and then also like D&D. Like my D&D character right now is fully based off a drag queen called Dawn. So I don't know, I get inspired by it and that makes me feel like almost being like I'm being productive when I watch it.
I love that feeling because it does feel productive.
Yeah.
I'm really missing out. I don't know what I like.
You would love it.
Yes. And then I've never watched, what's the sewing one?
Oh, the one that, what's her name, hosts?
Project Runway?
Yeah, I've never watched it.
What?
I know.
You would love Project Runway, and then I think you would like even more Next in Fashion, which I actually think is better despite it being newer. It's on Netflix, and Tan France hosts it. Heidi Klum does host Project Runway, or she used to. But those you would absolutely like be obsessed, and I think you would get a lot of ideas as well. But drag is just so much fun to watch, and it's a different drag race, and drag queens are so different now than they were like 10 years ago because the like standard and the bar is so high for like how you have to dress and the makeup. But it is so amazing and inspiring, and you would just be obsessed. I think both of you would, but Tosh, I think like for your like fashion. You know, sewing and fashion, etc.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to movies because we're almost at the hour mark and we haven't gone to our main discussion.
I also think that a lot of that was technical difficulties, but
no, we've been recording for 36 minutes now, so if we go slow through the movies, we'll probably hit the hour mark. Okay, movies. What have you been watching?
Well, Christine and I watched Snow White.
We did, and do you want me to go first? Then you can say all your gripes.
This is so funny because Christine, we're very on a little bit opposite spectrums of this movie.
Yeah.
But please
I'm curious to see where I'm going to land.
All right. So I have not liked a Disney live action adaptation. I have been so unimpressed by so many of them because they bored me. Like Cinderella really bored me.
Love Cinderella.
Everyone loved it. I just didn't like it at all. I was so bored. And then Lion King hurt, and Aladdin was okay. That was like my favorite one before this, but this one was definitely more fun for me because Aladdin was my favorite Disney movie. So there was like things in it that, like, if it didn't hit the mark, I was like, oh. And Mulan sucked, which was my other favorite Disney movie.
Mulan, I don't even want to talk about it. It's also my favorite, which I think we've talked about, Christine, but...
Yeah. We met Mulan when we went to Disneyland. But
we did.
So Snow White, I hate the cartoon. It was like scary to me. Like I didn't know, it gave me like the heebie-jeebies because like there was so much darkness. I hate when she like runs through the forest and like, all in the dark,
the forest scene.
And the witch was so scary. And then there was no love story running through it. So that's really what takes me through these princess movies. So will come. So I went to Snow White so low bar. I thought I was not gonna like it at all, but I do love Rachel Zegler. Like in Ballad, I thought she was amazing and really brought that character to life.
That girl can sing, and she's so talented.
Sing. Like when she sings, everything else stops for me. I'm like, wow. So when she immediately started singing at the beginning of Snow White, I didn't know it was going to be a musical. I didn't know the music was done by the guys. I always loved their music. They did
Pasek
The Greatest
Paul.
Showman. Yeah, they did The Greatest Showman. They did La La Land. They did Dear Evan Hansen. All spectacular music that's so catchy, so fun to dance to. I wasn't expecting like a big like happy-go-lucky opening sequence in Snow White, and then there's like all these really adorable animals. Like in the first shot, there's this little hedgehog that I out loud was like, "Oh my god, a porcupine!"
It wasn't a porcupine.
Was it a hedgehog?
She was like, "It's a hedgehog."
Both Kayla and I were like,
we're both like, hedgehog.
I feel like that's valid, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's valid to confuse those two. No? Okay.
I think cute little things that you can put in your hand. Porcupines are big things.
Don't be mean to porcupines.
Okay, in my defense, though, I had just finished Sunrise on the Reaping, and there's a very big porcupine situation happening in it, so that was on my mind, and I think that's why it came out. Oh my god. Because hedgehog, Riccio means hedgehog, and so I...
What? It does?
Yeah, it means curly and hedgehog.
Oh my god, that's kind of cute.
What is this new Christine lore I've never heard?
That is so crazy. I would have never thought it meant hedgehog.
So anyway, I like hedgehogs because my name means hedgehog.
You could have a pet hedgehog. Did you know that? They're so cute.
I don't want one. They're
high maintenance.
Yeah, but it was cute. Like the animals are definitely a highlight of the movie, and I usually hate animals in movies that are CGI. I'm like, ew, but they were so cute.
Okay, the CGI animals in Snow White.
They were so cute.
CGI is getting to the point where it's like actually scary that you can't tell the difference.
I mean, you could tell the difference, but they were adorable.
You could tell?
Yes. Yeah, they're just so cute. They're like adorable.
They're too cute.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Like the little deer. And
oh my god, the deer! I was so cute.
Squirrel.
And the hedgehog. Okay, there's a love story with a prince character that she gets to know and interacts with, and
giving Flynn Rider.
He's giving a different version of Flint Rider. He's not as good as Flynn Rider, but like it doesn't matter. Because we're working up from nothing. Like we had Zip, and now we get like an interaction in the beginning. Like they plant the love interest. Like he is a steady presence throughout the film. He's not just like randomly there to kiss her back to life. Like we know him, and it makes it so much more fun. And when they sing together, my heart, and all the dancing. Oh my god, I loved all the dancing. I just like was so happy that it was a musical with fun music and Rachel singing and a love story. So that is my review. Is if you don't like the cartoon, like you'll enjoy this because it's so much fun and so much happier than the.
This is like
darkness.
A weird fun fact, and I've never brought it up, but like I'm friends with someone who's friends with Rachel Zegler. Like I went to school with the girl that told her to submit for West Side Story because they went to theater school together.
Nice.
Yeah. So sometimes I think about that and I'm like, I'm like 2 people removed from her, but she's very talented.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, my thoughts. I also didn't really go into it with a lot of expectations, but I had some, I think. And I didn't expect it to be a full-blown out musical. The beginning was giving Wicked, and I didn't love it. Christine loves opening number. I didn't love the opening number. That's not the vibes I would have gone for like a Snow White. I would have liked maybe, I don't know. I think my main critique with the whole film is that it could have been a beautifully artistic film because I really liked the like dark forest, like creepy forest shot, and that could have had like a fun vein throughout the whole film. But the evil queen, oh my God, she has a full Broadway jazz hands number, and the whole time, Kayla and I were just like,
jazz hands number?
I didn't notice any jazz hands.
It's
Did she actually
All
do jazz hands,
Fair.
or is that just like a
it was just like
speech?
It was just like da, 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 like that.
It was giving like 1950s movie to me, the way that it was shot too.
Yes,
but I didn't hate it.
All the guards are like dancing with her. But my other thing is, it's like she has all this power, and they keep saying that she's the evil queen. But
it's confusing.
It's confusing because we always see is her doing like these little magic tricks with like she turns like a flower into ash, and that's about it. Like we could have had a lot more done with the mirror and.
But they don't explain that in the cartoon either, right? She's just there. I don't even know.
And I'm like, they had the perfect opportunity to do that, and also to tie in the dwarves with the evil queen and the jewels.
What's
that they mined?
Oh, what about it though? What do you want to see?
I felt like there was a very easy way to be like the evil queen was using them to mine their jewels, her jewels that she was so obsessed with.
Kind of implied.
No,
right?
it wasn't, because they're just like, oh, the evil queen. Like they didn't really have any thoughts about her, honestly.
Oh, you mean you didn't hear them talk about her?
Yeah, I liked parts of the movie, and I really disliked other parts of the movie, I think. And I wish it, like, yes, it's fun. I loved Rachel Ziegler. I loved all the songs. There's a Princess Problem song, which I just adored. And also, I fucking hated all the costumes. So
I was about to say, when are you going to talk about the costumes, baby? You went on like a 30-minute rant about them.
So I really my main gripe is with the skirt. It's not a full circle skirt, so when she spins, it's hi honey. It's giving, it doesn't twirl like it should, and I think the multiple, and also it's like it's a chiffon, and they didn't have that type of fabric back in the day. They had like a silk somewhat. And then you kind of look closer, and then there's a pattern on it, but there's all these layers. And I wish that we could have seen a really pretty petticoat underneath it. I would have done so many things differently with her costume, and I would have made it a true royal blue compared to the turquoise. And I hated her hair. So there's that. And
the hair was pretty bad.
Hair was bad. Mm-hmm. The Evil Queen's costumes, yeah, there's one costume I like, which was it drew back to the original animated costume. But a lot of it was like she wore a sequins sheath. It's like they went to the fashion district, got black sequin fabric, and then made her a dress. I'm like, why aren't we putting her in more like avant-garde, like haute couture, like hand?
Ooh, that would have been so cool.
Types of things, and like, and then
they went for a very camp approach.
They did, yeah, for sure.
She's very camp. And her acting is very camp.
I heard the acting wasn't good. I'm excited to see it. I think one thing that rings true for me just based on what you guys are talking about, is there's no character development in the original. I don't know any of them. Like nothing. Even Snow White, I feel like she's not really built out. And I think that's a product of the time, absolutely. So the number one thing I want to see is character development. So it's kind of a bummer that they don't give the evil queen
Snow, though.
Snow, yeah.
From Snow White.
Which is good. I think that was like the number one thing they needed to do.
I had no idea there was like backstory with her parents and like stuff like that.
Oh, that's like the one thing they gave her in the original.
Like, I don't remember that at all. I was like,
I feel like the only reason why I know more about Snow White is because of there's so many Snow White films. There's a Mirror, which I really enjoyed. Snow White and the Huntsman, which I also, that's one of my favorite editions of the Evil Queen is Charlize Theron in that. And of course, Once Upon a Time, which we had the beautiful romance between Charming and Snow, and the evil queen in that is, Regina. She's just amazing. So that's the only way I know, I guess, more about Snow is through other movies and other properties.
Yeah. So I've never seen any of those movies, so I have like only the.
You've never saw Snow White and the Huntsman?
No, I didn't. Because I don't like Snow White. I had no desire. I wouldn't have seen this probably because I don't go to the movies much until it came out on Disney Plus, but I don't know if I would have watched it because I have such a weird Snow White aversion, but I'm so glad I did.
We gotta watch Snow White and the Huntsman. I really like that one.
Kristen Stewart one.
Yeah. And Chris Hemsworth and Sam Claflin. They're all in it.
What is Sam Claflin doing?
Sam Claflin is the prince. Chris Hemsworth is the huntsman.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought for some reason that the huntsman had like a romance with Kristen in that movie.
He does.
It's a triangle?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
She's like, now I'm intrigued.
And Snow is like a badass.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Kristen Stewart badass?
I mean, as much badass. Yeah, she wears armor. She looks fucking cool.
She does look very cool, yes. I also think Lily Collins in what is it called? Is it Mirror? Yeah. She looks
Armie
incredible in that.
With the cannibal.
Yeah, Armie Hammer icky, but Lily Collins, Gorgina. And her eyebrows in that live rent-free in my head, and all the costumes in that are...
Head.
No, but specifically in Mirror, they're like
are they
next
different?
Level.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they are different. Yeah, she's really, really dark hair, and they make her like she's so pale that it's just like so intense. Yeah, it's so intense. All you can look at is her beautiful eyebrows. You hated her eyebrows? Oh my god.
Who did?
Damn. Siobhan hated her eyebrows.
She was the first introduction to intense eyebrows for a lot of us. I feel like
Brooke Shields.
It was like the reintroduction to the next generation of those kind of eyebrows. And at first I was like, ooh, but then they really grew on me and they grew on all of us. And then all of a sudden we all had like much thicker eyebrows.
I am so glad I never tweezed my eyebrows and just let them be crazy. Yeah.
I just drew them thicker.
You've seen.
Oh man! And remember Sasha's like really big eyebrows?
Because she's trying to be Lily.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to say something about Lord of the Rings?
I'm just rewatching Lord of the Rings because I have a problem, and clearly I'm going through something right now. Like I'm just rewatching things that are easy. So. And it's okay to do that. Self-healing.
It is. I mean, and to follow up on last week, I watched Pearl Harbor like Natasha requested so that I know what Josh Hartnett was like when he was youth. He was very cute. But the movie has a big, like, hour-long war sequence, and I started to fall asleep. Get romance again. All right. So we're going to move on into our main discussion, what characters would make horrible friends. But before we do, I got to quickly thank everybody out there for listening to the pod. We love y'all. We appreciate you being in our community so much. If you're not already following the show for free in your favorite podcast listening app, please do so now. You could just click the follow button, or if you watch on YouTube, youtube.com/Those Forking Fangirls, you can subscribe for free there. And that way the show is always delivered to you. You never have to think about it. And every week we can chat. And if you don't know already, We are a viewer-supported show. We can only do this because viewers like you decide that we're worth investing in. And it's just like our tier, the first tier is $5 a month, which is less than the price of a Starbucks. Most Starbucks are more than $5.
F in the chat.
If you think you can spare that, we appreciate you becoming a patron so much, because that helps us to run this show and do everything that it takes to make a show work every week as adults who are doing this as a job. We really, really appreciate it. It's super easy to try the free trial for 7 days and see if you like it. You get lots of fun perks. The biggest being Fangirl Tea Time. Every single week, we do an extra show for half an hour telling like funny stories and things going on in our lives and going deeper into the discussion about like more personal things. And we really get to know our patrons in the chat, because you can come to all the recordings, be a part of the conversation live. And you also get the show ad free every week. And the extra show is attached to the main show if you're a patron. So you don't have to do anything. You just listen to them together. And it comes through the feed on the Patreon, or it can come through your Spotify feed if you sign up with your Spotify. So it's really easy. And there's other tiers there too. At the $15 tier, you can sign up to be a guest on the show. We try to get a viewer on the show every month. It's like we try to coordinate you with whatever your fandom expertise is. So it's really fun. Yeah. So yeah, give it a look. It's patreon.com/Those Forking Fangirls. What were you gonna say?
Give it a look.
Give it a look. See,
I was just gonna say yeah.
Give it some. We really, really love our community there. And if you are a patron, and if you've been noticing me posting our like reels and stuff on there, it's because we're doing a program with Patreon this month where we're supposed to post public stuff 3 times a week, and they're going to help like promote our Patreon to new people. So that's why those are showing up in your feed right now, like some throwbacks to older episodes.
Also, just a reminder, we forgot to put it in news, but we are going to Romance Con, and we have a code for you for your ticket. Use code FANGIRL.
Wait, tell them about Romance Con. Where is it? What
Romance
is it?
Romance Con is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on September
5th and 6th. Yep, I'm looking at it. 5th and 6th.
We went last year. We had a great time. We're going this year. There are so many authors. There's Christine and Lauren. I'm trying to think of everyone else. Is Allie going?
No, Allie's not going, but there's also like Anna Todd's going to be there.
Yeah.
Another author that
Robbie
Ashley Poston.
Robbie Weber. Ashley Poston. I don't know if
I'll be an author there. We're going to have a live panel there. We have a super fun topic already ready for y'all.
What was the topic? Did I come up with it?
No, I came up with it, but we
also
came
about
up with the title for it. But
yes, that's right.
But we are going to share that at a later time.
Soon, hopefully.
But anyway, the link to that I'll put in the show notes as well. Mm-hmm. Come to Romance Con.
Yeah, have fun with us
for your tickets.
Woo! All right. Okay. If you're a patron, we're going right into the main discussion. If not, we'll be right back after these messages. All right. It's time to talk about book characters and which ones would make horrible friends. And so we all put together our top 5 characters from books that we think would make bad friends. And we're going to work up to, I think, our mutual number 1, the worst character friend.
I was wondering how we were going to do that.
But who wants to go first? Who wants to share a character they would never want to be best friends with? Go, Natasha.
You guys all wrote like these paragraphs of why, and I'm just like vibes. Okay. I just rewatched Pride and Prejudice. So, my first thought was Lydia fucking Bennett, who marries Wickham. She is so self-centered. She also just like will tell you any one secret. And like she can't keep shit to herself. She only cares people. Yeah, she only cares about herself. She's constantly laughing and like making fun of you.
Oh.
Well, like they all do
laughing.
but they all do it. But like
that bitch.
She'll just watch and like snicker, and honestly,
she's like snickering, which is mean laugh.
Yes.
Okay.
Laughing at you, not with you.
For all the sisters, she is the worst one, and she's just.
What would you do with her if you had to hang out?
What would I do with her? But okay,
what would you do?
I also want to say this that Lizzie had a crush on Mr. Wickham, and then fucking Lydia goes and steals him.
Yeah, so, like, that's crazy. So
easily, and it doesn't matter because that guy's a fucking
piece of
idiot.
Shit. Yeah,
and piece of shit. Yeah. So like whatever, you deserve it. But that she's definitely one of those friends who would like steal your boyfriend. What would I do if I hung out with her?
Yeah, like what would your friendship date be?
Why would I want a friendship date with her?
That's the whole point here. What could they do better? What do you see yourselves doing if you hung out?
Oh, like I'm supposed to make them a better friend?
No. If you had to hang out on a friendship date with this person, what would you do? And how could they be a better friend?
Oh, boy. I feel like, honestly, like I would go to tea with her. I mean, if she's in England, like go across the pond, go hang out with her. Let's go have some tea. And then I'd be like, hey, girl, all eyes on me. Stop looking around and looking for things to gossip. Of course she wants to gossip. Like, she's just going to be gossiping the whole time. I'm going to try to, like, steer her away from the gossip and be like, well, what about you? And, like,
she'll talk about herself for a really long time.
Talk about herself, I guess. So, honestly, don't want to be friends with her.
Yeah, Natasha Metal said, you can fix her. Natasha does not need more friends to fix.
I don't need a mother or friend again.
Chloe, who do you want to not be friends with?
This is a controversial pick. Please listen to my reasoning before you, like, don't shoot the messenger. But Hermione Granger. I know, gasp. Give me a second. I do not think Hermione Granger would be a horrible best friend for everyone, but she would for me. I just don't think that we would mesh, and I think we would butt heads, like, as someone who strongly identifies with, like, the Luna Lovegoods and the Lavender Browns of the wizarding world. Don't
you think she's evolved as a person since that time of her life?
I would like to hope, but I still think that I lead with my heart. Hermione leads with her head, and she, like, her emotional intelligence is better, but I don't know if like we would vibe, if I'm being so honest with you. Like, we're so different. Her aggressive disbelief of divination as an astrology girly, like, I don't think we would get each other on that level.
I was like that in high school, though, and I'm not like that now.
That's true, but I don't know Hermione now. I'm basing her off her canon behavior. But like, she also takes things like too far for me. I think the Rita Skeeter in a jar thing would make me uncomfortable, and like the sneak thing. And she, in the books, and again, don't shoot me for saying this, I do think that she has like I'm not like other girls syndrome sometimes, and nothing frustrates me more. So I just think that as wonderful as Hermione is, she would not be my best friend, but I would be like happy to go on like a library date with her, and happy to study with her, happy to be in her study group. I just don't think like we're kikiing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I, at the bottom of my list, have Peeta Mellark. And the reasoning, the reasoning is, if I was Peeta Mellark's friend, I would be murdered by President Snow. And I'm not here for that.
Valid.
That doesn't mean he's a horrible friend.
No.
That just means in proximity, your life would be in danger.
It means that he's a horrible friend to have because you'll probably be murdered because everyone who's a victor is targeted in every disgusting way that they can be, and it's horrible. Honestly, but we would make bread together. We would have he would be teaching me how to make bread, and then because I'm too nice to not be friends with him if he wants to be friends with me because he's so sweet.
But then you get murdered.
But then I'd get poisoned.
Oh,
there would be a bread on the table from President Snow, and it would be poisoned and die. That's what I think would happen.
Okay, honestly, I think Peeta needs friends. Like, that man is just solely centered
on Katniss.
I feel like that would make his life so much better.
But then it would make it real much worse, because then his friends would die.
Okay, let's just say after President Snow died. Okay, because like,
okay, so I'm friends with like family man Peeta.
Listen, it's sad because only one fucking person cared about Peeta the whole time. His parents didn't care that he was stuck in getting tortured.
I'm rewatching it. I'm like, we never even see his parents.
Family. Yeah.
Oh,
Peeta. Damn.
Peeta. No,
I don't think I could be his friend because I'd want to do him.
I love Peeta. I think I could be their family friend if they're married with kids.
That's true. Older, yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been his friend, and then I would have been sad when he went.
Yeah,
it would have been devastating to me.
Oh, we're talking about
that's another reason
games
because we have to watch him in the games, almost being murdered over and over again. All right, that was a depressing one. Natasha, who's next?
Someone goes, is Draco Malfoy in this list? Yes. Draco Malfoy is my number 2. Listen, no matter how much I love this man as like a romantic interest, it's all the fan fiction that does it to me. But honestly, he was raised to use people in whatever way that he can. And you see that. Like, he does have a gang of friends, but he doesn't care about
They're not really his friends, though. I was about to say.
They're his minions.
They are his minions. And that's, like, what his, like, dad taught him to do. Because he would be an absolutely awful friend. He doesn't care about people. He's like, I didn't know you read. Like,
did you know that Tom Felton improv'd that line?
Wow.
Wait, Natasha, what would your friendship date with Draco look like?
Oh, God. You know what? I would make him take me to the most, like, gloriously overpriced dinner.
Love this plan.
Yeah, you know, because he likes to be resplendent and lavish. And I would wear black.
Like a low-cut dress.
Oh my God, I'm picturing you in this sexy black dress with this wizarding robe with a cloak. Who gives a fuck? You can still look good.
As friends, you're looking good as friends.
Like, oh my God, wait, that's so hot. You with a wand, with sparkles. That gets me going. Anyways.
With like a witch hat. Yeah. So I would probably take him to dinner, but like then he would probably proposition me like he does with like Pansy Parkinson and all that. So like I don't know.
What is the proposition?
Yeah, tell us what proposition you speak of.
Because he's like, all right, take you out to dinner. So you want to go fuck afterwards? I was like, no.
And then you'd be
and then I would mom him. Oh my god, I would mom him so hard. Like that would be fun.
I don't think I would say no. I'd be like, sure.
I'd say no, probably. But
yeah,
I thought Natasha would say yes.
I thought Natasha would say yes too. Then you can blackmail him.
I'm thinking in terms of friends, okay? I don't think I wouldn't
don't want to be been friends with.
I think this is further proof that Chloe's bad at being friends with men, but continue.
I mean, so am I. I don't have a lot. They're all gay. But they I don't think I'm actually attracted to Draco, honestly. I like Hermione and Draco together because I like the enemies.
Because he's blonde.
Contrast.
I get it.
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, Tom's cute and all, but he's short. Sorry.
He's not that short.
He gives tall.
He's not that short. I've met him in real life. He's not that short. So he is very Ken though. Like he literally walks around with his fucking guitar strapped to him, singing.
Lol.
It was crazy. And we did the only conversation I've ever had with Tom Felton. We talked about Barbie, which is very on brand. But he's very like Ken but British.
Who's next on your list, Chloe?
Okay, this is maybe another hear me out. Maybe I'm just controversial.
We're all hearing them out.
Okay. Azriel, From ACOTAR.
Yeah, I can see that.
I do not think he would be a good friend. He's obviously sexy and like in other circumstances. Exactly. He would literally, he would never tell you anything. He would literally give you blank stare if you told him something. He bottles up his emotions and then probably explodes. And he's pining after your mutual friend for 500 years. And I'm sorry.
So annoying.
I would be like, just fucking do it. You're annoying. Say something. Like I couldn't. And you'd literally also never be able to find him. Like he would ghost you. And I feel like his solution to every problem would be like, just kill them, which is not helpful. So
wait, so what would your friend date look like?
He would definitely take me on a flight. That's what I would require. He's like, carrying me in his arms, and we're just on a late night flight through Valaris, because that sounds lovely. And he doesn't have to talk, so we're both happy. Well, he doesn't have to talk, so
yeah. All right. My next person that I wouldn't want to be friends with is Percy Jackson, because
this shocked me when I saw him.
Okay, so I don't want to be friends with Percy Jackson. I want him to be my husband.
Oh, okay.
I think it would go poorly as friends because I like him too much. But also, like, Percy is the first person. He has hero syndrome hard.
Oh, yeah,
like,
true.
If anything happens to anyone, he's like, I'll save you. No thought to how he might die. He jumps right. He's the Gryffindoriest fucking Gryffindor. And I'm just like, dude. So I could picture us like having a slow burn, like friends to lovers on an island together. Because what we do for our friend date.
On an island together.
Our friend date, we would accidentally like get stranded on an island.
Is this attached to the hip? with Percy Jackson?
Accidentally. And Percy, because Percy
control the water?
Yeah, and he can talk to all the fish, so we would go swimming and like make friends with all the dolphins, and it would be so fun. But then like he'd hear that some god like needed some random toothpick that was like honorable and like powerful toothpick, and I lost it, and you must go get it for me or like the world will end. And he'll be like, okay, and then he'd end up leaving because he's like, the world's gonna end, I gotta go do this, and I'll be left on the fucking island alone. Like, is my future husband ever going to return, or will he die in a stupid battle for a stupid toothpick for a stupid god?
So what are you doing with your best friend turns husband? I guess you're on an island with him. Being stranded.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what we would go to the beach.
That's your date? Okay.
Yeah.
I would want to go to the beach with Percy Jackson. I think that would be fun. I agree though. Best friend, maybe not.
No, it would be so stressful being Percy Jackson's best friend. Like the most stressful of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for those kids. All right. Who's next on your list, Natasha?
Okay, I have Loki here. I feel like that's so obvious, but I feel like Loki is also very similar.
He is more mischievous.
He's very mischievous.
Yeah. Would you do him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he has gone through a lot of character development, but it is a different version of him in his show. Where literally the entire plot of Loki is that friends do make a difference in his life, and so you have to learn that lesson because he has literally done everything for himself. Like, he's so selfish to the point where no one trusts him or wants to be close to him ever. Like, his own family doesn't. They banished him, for God's sakes. So Loki would make a terrible best friend because he would.
But like, wouldn't it be cute to like be one of the friends that makes a difference, though?
Yes, we watched it go down in the show, and he did everything in his power to save them. So, I think I would like to benefit from that certain Loki, because there's other Lokis that didn't actually learn that lesson.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of different iterations.
Yeah,
of which one's the real Loki?
Yeah. But okay, if I wanted to actually befriend him, what would I do? I don't know. I guess like you would have to, because like Thor just got really annoyed with his antics of him like trying to either kill him or go against him, and like if take over the world. I guess I would have to show that I was like always there for him to even get him to change like minutely, no matter like how much it hurt me. When that would
be a tough cookie to crack.
Yeah, I am thinking though about our book boyfriends episode and thinking about how by the end of it, like we came to this plot where like you were like the queen besides the villain, and you guys were taking over. No, it wasn't evil. It wasn't evil. Natasha was never evil, but she was like married to an evil person that wanted to take over the world. And I feel like that's sort of the vibe, like except in best friendships. So like you're taking over the world together.
Do you think you'd be unrequitedly in love with him? Like that would be happening with Percy Jackson if I was with him.
Yeah, that would probably be happening. Loki.
I would definitely want Azrael because he seems freaky and like I like that.
So does Loki. There's multiples of him.
Oh, did you say what you would do on a friendship date?
Multiples. Screw date. Immediate multiples sex.
Friendship sex.
Hey, it happens.
It does.
I would not be able to differentiate.
Yeah.
What would we do on a friendship date? I don't know. Can I take him to Disneyland?
Yeah, I love that. That's cute.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what is this?
He would eventually come around on it, though. I feel
he would be like, I will be.
He'd like have a pretzel, and he would like it.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be really fun to dress him up in like a hat,
and he'd just be like deadpan.
Yes, I think it would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh, Siobhan said he could send colognes to wait in line.
That is actually an excellent idea.
Such a good idea.
Yes.
Well, and then I would get him on the Ferris wheel of death, and he'd be like, "Get me off!"
I love that ride. I love that ride.
Falling for 30 minutes. Chloe, who's next for you?
I think all my choices are controversial because I know people want them as best friends. But
I know, but mine were too. Just roll with it.
I'm rolling with it. Okay, Manon, Blackbeak.
Yes. Who would want to be friends with Manon?
Well, Astrid for sure. But I'm obsessed with her. I just think she's like a borderline sociopath.
She is.
And I think she would probably throw me off a cliff if I even tried to like bring up friendship. If I pissed her off by accident, if I even tried to like approach her, I think she'd be like, "Die, human." But I do think
like, "Oh my god, I love your nails."
Yeah. Also, I'm like obsessed with Dorian, and I think she would hate that so much.
I'd be so afraid of her because
yeah, exactly. She's like annoyingly beautiful with Dorian's attention, which would like make me upset. And she would not be good emotional support, like no emotional support there at all. She'd be like, literally, get over it, bitch. Like, yeah. I do think Manon at the end of the series, like, I'd be more willing to approach, but still, like, pretty scared of her. And like, yeah, when I was thinking about this, I was like, this just confirms that, like, I could not be a part of the 13. I could not be a witch. Like, not in that world. Like,
well, witches are raised so different, so like we would be different, but I wouldn't want to be like that.
Yeah, like I would. Yeah, it's true. A Kraken witch, if I'm gonna be a witch for sure. But Manon Blackbeak, as bad, I would honestly want to date her more than I would want to be her best friend, if I'm honest. But I think I really just like flying because I would also want her to take me on a ride on like Abraxas. You know. Abraxos, yeah, I love that. Would be so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think she's a good choice for not wanting to be friends, but like also a good date to go ride on Abraxos,
right?
Mm-hmm.
We can be friends.
All right, my next one is another Sarah J. Maas character, Bryce.
Oh yeah,
yes,
Crescent City, dude. This bitch does not know how to communicate. Well, she purposely doesn't. She doesn't want to. And it's so annoying. And it would drive me up the fucking wall. She just like has secret after secret and just like shit's exploding around you. And she's like, it's fine because you're fine. I made sure of it. It's like, no, you needed to tell me. Please, just open your mouth once in a blue moon. Oh my God. what we would do is, for fun, for our friendship day, I think we would go watch Ethan at a Sunball game, and we would hula hoop together. I think we'd both have lots of fun. No, but I think she'd have fun with it. I'd bring my hula hoops, and we would hula hoop together. And because
I would like to hula hoop with you.
Sunball. Yeah, too bad I can't do it anymore without murdering my knees, but I love hula hooping. So we do arm tricks.
Okay.
I wouldn't hurt my
Let's do arm tricks.
Who's next for you, Natasha?
Mine is also a Sarah J. Maas character.
I love this for us.
It's Elaine.
Oh, yeah, plus Elaine. One. I almost put her, but then I saw her on yours and I didn't. But
yeah, I just compared to all of the other sisters, I think she is, well, one, I think she'd just be the most fucking boring person to be friends with. And I would get so irritated with her. Like, I would get so irritated that she doesn't stand up for herself, that like she just kind of goes with the flow and doesn't really have opinions. And like also there's just like that's the thing. It's like she doesn't stand up for herself. Like at least like Nesta stands up for herself and like stands her ground, and
she does though eventually to Nesta.
Yeah. Yes. We need more of her. Like, I just feel like we know so little.
She's like, because we don't know her.
But I agree. Like, as she stands now, I would not want to be her best friend either.
Oh, no.
But I'm hoping that,
like, eventually we'll find
well, I'm hoping that book 6 is her book in the way that, like, you know, like, I hope she has a Nesta character arc where I come into the book not loving her and leave being like, fuck yeah, I love Elaine. Yeah. I don't.
We'll see. Or she'll go evil, which I would love, actually. We've talked about this.
That's what I think is going to happen, which is why
love
she's on the list.
Okay. I don't think I knew that about y'all, like wanting her to go evil.
I think it was before maybe you finished that we were talking about it back in the day.
Yeah, I'm a new Sarah J. Maas convert, but
yeah. I think that'd be so interesting.
It would be. It totally would be. Like team up with Tamlin sort of vibe.
Or worse.
Yeah. Or worse. Yes.
Like how awesome would it be if the ultimate villain turned out to be Elaine, and then it would be like we need to get her to come back to the good side, but like
that would be crazy. Yeah. How long do we know how many books are in the series, or has she not said?
I'm assuming that there's at least 2 more because Nesta kind of opened up a new series, but it's been really obscure because I think she doesn't know herself for sure until she writes it. So we'll see. All right, who's next?
My last one is, I feel like the most obvious one, but Dane Atos. I obviously have come around on Dane, and he's grown so much, but I still would not, I would be like down to be like closer friends with him, but best friend, absolutely not. I don't want him as my person. I don't want him as my go-to. He's overprotective to the point of being controlling, which is my literal like worst nightmare. Exactly. Like the surefire way for me to not want to talk to you is like to try to control me or any aspect of my life. And like he wouldn't trust you to make decisions for either like yourself as a group and like as a friendship or yourself. And like I think that he has like a greater good mindset, or like for your like betterment mindset, where he thinks like, oh, I know better than you, so I'm gonna do this, or like it's just like that. Nothing. I've ended friendships over that, truthfully. Like this I know better than you mindset. Like nothing pisses me off more. And he's like just the ultimate gaslighter. But he's getting better. He's getting better. I just, as it stands right now, even post Onyx Storm, I don't think I would want to be his friend. Or his best friend, sorry.
Yeah,
no.
What would you guys do together?
Oh, what would we do together? I honestly think I would want to train with Dane. Like a little like gym date. We'd go like gym tan laundry. No, not gym tan laundry. But no GTL. But we would gym, and maybe we'd like go get like an acai bowl afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cute Dane date.
Yeah. Maybe we go, well, like, I love to go to spin with my friends or Pilates. I would kill to see Dane in a Pilates class because I think, like, big men are always like, oh, yeah, I can do Pilates. Like, no problem. That's easy. And then they get in and they're dying.
It's just I think I've never done.
Yeah, they're like, and I would love to watch that.
That's like men when they go to a ballet class too. It's like
they like it's like lift big heavy thing. I can do exercise. I'm like, that's different. That's so different.
Very different. Yeah. All right. My last one before our ultimate one is Mr. Edward Cullen. How can he be a better friend? Talk to people other than his fucking family and judging every human that he ever runs across. Like, with Bella in Midnight Sun, he's just like, oh, humans are all the same. They're all so stupid. And he's like, oh, wow. She knows science. Like, his surprise at anyone being intelligent because he doesn't take the time to get to know anybody. He like listens to their fucking random ass thoughts is so annoying. So like, and he'd be so annoying because he'd know every single thing you ever think. So like having a conversation with him would be so annoying because you'd be like, and he's like, oh yeah. And I'm just like, I haven't even said anything yet.
Well, could it be like a one-way conversation where you just think it and then he responds to your thought and then you think another thing?
But you articulate your words differently than your thoughts come.
That's so true. That's so true.
Any thoughts can pop in and it could be not the one you want to say yet.
Also, like, my first thought is always bad. Usually my second thought is bad too. Like, I'm typically saying my third, fourth thought out loud.
Yeah.
But oh, go ahead.
No, I just think like the whole one of the end plot of Breaking Dawn is literally Carlisle going around to all of his friends being like, please come help my family. And like Edward and Bella could never. Like they don't have friends.
They don't have friends. They're
never.
Too obsessed with each other. Edward literally, like, no one's good enough for him to speak to.
Yeah, he's very pretentious. And that would drive me cuckoo. For sure.
Like,
there is an argument, though.
Friends, he never sees them. His Alaska friends.
True. Also,
because they all fall in love with him.
One thing, though, that like could be interesting, and I just thought of that, because he can read your thoughts, he would know you so in and out, like so.
But would he care?
But if he did though, like that would mean that would mean that he would know you so well and still choose to spend time with you.
It would be torturous because he'd just be in love with Bella. But I think our friendship date actually would be really productive because I would want to like write my book with him. Like we could be co-authors, and what I would do is like think everything, and he'd write it really fast and edit it as he was writing it because he's been alive for so long.
I love that idea. So just have him work for you, essentially.
Yeah, we'd work together. We'd be I think we'd work very well as like work collaborators where I get to make all the decisions and he's just typing it up.
And he's just a workhorse. Got it.
Yeah,
Good.
No, not workhorse because I'd be working too, but he would be the editor and it would be all in time.
That'll said they'd be co-workers, not friends. Correct. That's colleagues.
We'd go out for ice cream later and he'd watch me eat it.
Oh my God.
And then this is what we do at ice cream actually. He would just like, I'd be like, what are they thinking? And then he'd like elaborate and then
that is fun. That is fun.
Watching with
Edward.
Yeah,
that would be sick. I remember thinking that while reading that scene and being like, that would be amazing. But also I feel like I would use it for evil, meaning I would use it to like see if my friends were thinking bad shit things about me, and then it would like drive me crazy.
A husband. We could go where there were men, and then he could tell me if they were good and vibing and actually good people.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I don't want to be inside any man's head, though. Like, I just know that I'll be disappointed. I don't care who it is. But even with filter, I just know that men's thoughts are icky, sticky, and I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss.
A pure soul.
I think I am dating a pure soul. Actually, I know I'm dating a pure soul, and I love him beyond. I still do not want to know his thoughts. That terrifies me.
All right. let's talk about our everybody's worst best friend character. We'll say it together. 1, 2, 3.
Bella fucking Swan.
Terrible Friend of the Year award goes to Isabella Swan.
She's the worst.
It's displayed so like prominently in front of us, like in the books and
yes.
in the movie.
And we don't pick up on it as youths because we're too obsessed with like imagining Edward as our boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now that like we've grown up and we're like, you know, she has Angela come over to write the addresses for her invitation, and it's like she can't help but like talk. What is she talking about? Edward the whole time. Like I'm just like,
is she even speaking? Like I feel like Bella barely speaks.
Yeah, barely speaks. She's like the ultimate blueprint for the boyfriend girl. She's like gonna cancel on you 5 minutes before because she wants to hang out with her boyfriend. She's gonna sit there scrolling on her phone when you are hanging out, not talking to you, waiting for his text mid-conversation. And when a friend finally shows up, she'll leave you like for a random guy on a motorcycle, or she won't talk to you. She'll disappear.
The drop of a hat with no
she just
explanation.
And she also expects you when she's going through a breakup with Jacob. She expects you to be there for her for emotional support, but when you need it, she's like, "Peace out, bye." I can't see you. I have no idea.
Can't get a hold of her.
She's the worst. And honestly, when I was reading her when I was a kid, she's annoying as. Sorry, she's annoying.
I definitely didn't pick up on her being annoying when I was
her annoying.
Really, I was just like, "Oh my god, girl, please."
It's just.
I think she's not self-aware. Like I feel like if someone
her personality is
lectured her about this,
tied.
she
Maybe
would try to change.
Oh, that's valid. I think so too.
She's
actually,
not a cruel person.
She's not. Yeah. She is us. I think she is sweet when she tries to be, but I think that Edward is so like clouds her mind so much that it's like she's like a robot almost. Like I must have Edward only thing. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah, well, it's that teenage girl.
Yeah, I guess we never see her when she's not a teenager.
Well, like literally her only friend is Alice, and even she treats Alice with like thanks. And, like,
it's so true.
Or like when they're going like shopping for prom dresses, and literally Anna Kendrick
stares out the window.
Anna Kendrick, she's like, yeah. She's like, what do you think about this one, Bella? She's like, yeah, looks good. And then she's like, you're not really into this, are you? She's like, no, I just really want to go to this bookstore. I'm like, what? And then meets up with Edward.
Leaves them without even letting them know.
Well, they did go out to dinner with her, but honestly, I would too if they just left. If she just left our hangout sesh.
Yeah, no. If they out to dinner without her,
I would like never want to hang out with her again.
No, they don't want to hang out with her again. I feel like.
Yeah,
and she is everything that I don't want in a friend, like having to come up with plans to hang out and reaching out constantly and if anything comes up where her boyfriend is involved, or like I'm sure like she'll have Edward literally with her all the time. That is not the friend that I want.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if we caught her like 20 years down the road, she'd be better. But
but I like
her prime of Lyme.
Yes,
not wanting to
engage
with other people.
Yes, and I will give her grace in the fact that she probably did get better with motherhood, etc. But a part of me thinks that then she would just talk about Renesmee the whole time, and like she would become not a boyfriend girl, but like the mom girl that only talks about their kid.
Yeah, I
do think though that like as someone who had like a long-term relationship in high school, I still knew better. Like yes, and like she's just a really bad friend. Like, and I wish that she had, maybe it's that she didn't have friends in Arizona that could teach her that, or like she didn't have anyone before Edward, which I think is valid.
Yeah,
but
I feel like she's an only child too. And I feel like a lot of actually only children who get into relationships end up being that person who disappears that I knew in high school. But like, obviously that's not the case with you.
I don't know.
In high school, I think because you're like you're isolated, and then when you find a person that you like, this person could be with me all the time. It's like
I had friends first for sure. I do think I will give Bella grace. She was a teenager, but it's just like it's so bad. And if no one corrects her behavior and she spends all her time with her vampire family, I don't actually think it would get better.
I have friends like that who like got married really young, have kids, and literally their every waking moment is spent with either their spouse or their family.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I can't do something because I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it's just like, okay, so are we going to do anything together? Like, or am I just not important anymore? So.
Yeah.
Siobhan said that there were multiple times too where her internal monologue was, I asked Jessica the right question, so she would keep talking and I could zone out, which is so real.
That's right.
Yeah. And
I have done that once when talking to my aunt, truthfully.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, you do it when you're not talking. When you're talking to someone you don't want to talk to, and you never want a friend to be the person that doesn't.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's crazy.
I just think about this. Do you think Stephenie Meyer was like that?
I think that she was portraying like a teenager very well, because like, you know, everyone knows girls that were like this. And like, I think as an adult, I give those girls grace, because like sometimes no one tells you, like, so, and you don't know when it's your first time through it.
I have a friend that is Mormon who I love dearly, and Stephenie Meyer is also Mormon. And this friend of mine met her husband in high school, and he was her one friend. And they're still married. He was her best friend for 4 years, and then they got married, and now, you know, he's kind of the only person she talks to, and we like message every once in a while. She obviously lives in Utah, so we don't get to talk a lot, but I wonder that if there like is something to say about like, first of all, the young marriage, right? Only having one person, one boyfriend that you've ever been with. Like, I definitely think there are some parallels to at least the culture that Stephenie Meyer grew up in with Bella's behavior, for sure.
Yeah, and that just happens. But like, I do think that it's probably accurate. It could be accurate to a teenage version.
Yeah. Like, well, and it was like really...
when we were reading it, even like as teenagers, like we didn't pick up on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we see it all the time. It feels normal.
It was also kind of like the golden standard in Utah, based on like what I saw from my friends' younger siblings and stuff, to get one boyfriend in like high school and kind of be like the golden couple, which I think is really interesting. Like I do see a lot, like now after having gone to college in Utah and seeing a lot of that, I see a lot of it in Twilight.
Yeah, I think it is such a product of a certain age, like this behavior, and if it goes further, it's really sad.
Yeah.
And religion, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it makes me sad, because it'll set you up for failure down the road. Like, what if something tragic happens and you literally
and you have no one,
a village around you to help?
Yeah.
It was just you and your husband.
Well, there's nothing like, I think that all three of us experienced this past weekend, like all like full frontal, but like there's nothing more special than sisterhood, in my opinion, and female friendship is like, it will make you feel so good, and it will build you up, and it can't be compared to a relationship with a man. Like, it can't. It's so different, and it fills your soul in a different way. So it like makes me sad almost to think about Bella or any character like this or any person like this, because it's like the beauty of female friendship and camaraderie is unmatched.
Yeah. I hope that she got better.
I think Rosalie and Alice probably, but like they're still her family. But I think they did get better probably in that sense.
I feel like maybe Renesmee would bring new friends into the family that were human, because she's human. Do you think?
I mean, we're kind of
is she human?
Jacob.
But like Jacob,
she never treated Jacob well.
She never treated Jacob well. You're right. She very much used him.
That's what I was saying about the emotional support. She was like, I need you to be here for me, but I'm not going to be there for you.
But like, hopefully she's grown since then because she was 17. You know what I mean? Like 18 or whatever.
Yeah, but then she gets frozen because she's a vampire.
I know, but like, I hope like having sometimes motherhood will have you like change your perspective. Depends on the person.
Is Edward still pretentious as fuck?
I'm just really hoping that she gets better.
And she's also mean to her parents.
Yeah, Charlie.
She takes care of Charlie, but
really
she
checked out.
Yeah,
Renee's checked out. I feel like she was taking care of Renee for a long time.
Oh yeah, she was definitely the mom, I think, in that relationship. Yeah.
So I think like, and then she was taking care of. She's made dinner for Charlie every night. Yeah,
that's true. I forgot about that.
She did drop off the face of the earth.
I'll make dinner for Charlie every night.
All right, do we want to talk about the people we want to be friends with?
The two of you.
The Natasha. People I'm already friends with.
No new friends in 2025.
Who do you want to do friends with?
Oh my God, Caroline Forbes from Vampire Diaries. Chloe, it's funny because I didn't realize how much you guys look like each other.
I put in the comments, I was like, so you love me? You want to be friends with me? I get that I look like her and act like her sometimes, which...
Yes.
I mean...
It's the blonde.
Yeah, but so is Christine.
No, it's like... I don't really... But I think it's like maybe like your eyes a little bit. Give Caroline.
Oh my God, you guys are so nice. She's a baddie. A baddie. She's fine.
Wait, Christine, what were you saying about the end of Vampire Diaries?
And I would like to be friends with Caroline after she like evolves a little bit. She has a great arc.
Yeah, like in the first season, she sleeps with
annoying.
Damon.
Yeah. Once she becomes a vampire, she kicks ass.
Yeah. So she do be doing a lot for all of her friends, and I think out of the friend group, she is honestly like the one who comes to the rescue most of the time for anyone who has had some like big emotional turmoil thing. And it's interesting to see who comes to her rescue when she experiences grief in any sense, and it's kind of sad to see like the people that don't show up for her in return. But no, I think we are similar honestly in that regard, and I would love to have her as...
What do you guys want to do together?
Oh, what do we want to do? Probably get ready together. I think that would be really fun. Yeah.
The way that I'm just thinking that you're talking about me right now is ridiculous. I'm like, we do that.
Who's on your list? I was going to say Caroline.
I put Rhiannon as first. She is just the ultimate bestie girl. I think she's one of the best characters from Fourth Wing. She's like day one with Violet. She's like, oh, you did this one nice thing for me. I'm going to be a ride or die. She's like so all in, and I love that. I think I tend to be like that when I meet someone. I'm like, oh, I love you. I'm all in, unless something happens, and then I tend to step back a little bit. But I'm typically like, yes, I'm all in. And she like would gas you up every day. Ultimate hype woman, which would be nice because honestly, I feel like I'm everyone's ultimate hype woman, and sometimes I don't like get it back, and I would love that. It would be so nice to like have someone else doing that. And I think she like also just is like really wants you to succeed. She's like just like always in your corner, and I think she'd also encourage you to like stay strong in bad situations, which sometimes I need, and she'd like force you to block your ex, she's that type of friend. She's always down to FaceTime.
She also confronts her when she's like, you're spending too much time.
Yes, she does. She's like, yo, you're being a boyfriend, girl, fucking stop. Yeah. So I love her.
Violet's like, I'm just trying to protect you.
I love Rhiannon. I think kind of similar to what Tasha's saying about Caroline. I just think like we have a lot of similarities in some ways, and I think I would just like love to like kiki with her. It'd be so fun.
Christine?
First on my list is Magnus Bane. I would fucking love to be friends with Magnus.
That'd be sick.
Magnus will he will like poke fun at you and like give you shit, but he will be there for you to save the day whenever you fucking are in trouble. He knows exactly what advice to give you. He will do anything. Like he'll put himself in the line of danger to protect you, and then you'll come home and like have amazing food together. Like I want to like have game nights with Magnus.
Ooh, I love that.
And, I think he would host such a fun game night at his house, and he's just such a fun hang. Like, and he's also so smart, and I just want to like learn from him.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, I fucking love Magnus Bane. He's my favorite.
The food thing is hilarious. Just we eat some good food.
He would just like conjure it from like a restaurant he loves, and it would just be there on the table.
That would be the best. Oh my god, I wish I could do that.
Superpower.
Yeah.
He gives like the older friend who like has kind of been through it.
He'd be my old man friend. I love it.
Yeah.
I would love to conjure like Panda Express right now. Like that's kind of what I'm in the mood for.
Dude, I really want Taco Bell.
Ooh.
Magnus Bane would also be a great wingman for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
In trying to find my soulmate. He knows so many people.
True.
Like, that is wow, Christine, you're playing the game. Yeah,
she really do be like, so who's gonna set me up? Like, who can be my wing man?
Well, this is something I need help with, and they can provide.
No, I respect.
I would do the same for him, but he's already with Alex, so
yeah.
Okay, you'll start with your number ones. My number one to that's the total. That's funny because it's Alice Cullen, and we all said that Bella it would be the worst best friend. Well, Alice is the best friend. Like she hasn't given many people the benefit of the doubt, but she is also trying to protect her family at the same time. So I feel like she would easily see me coming, and she would just come up to me even before, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Alice," and like
I was about to say, so she'd be obsessed with you because she could see your heart a mile away. Yeah,
and you guys would make clothes together.
Yeah, I was about to say the fashion that would come out of this duo.
Yes,
magical.
And also, like, hair and makeup and just all that. I feel like
spiky hair.
Like like she always uses Rosalie like as her doll, but and like she's like kind of just like, and both Bella are just like, I don't really want to do this, and then I would be like, let's do it, let's have fun together, and then
that'd be so cute.
Like, would really appreciate the
the reciprocated enthusiasm
for that stuff. I feel like
because her best friend's Edward.
That's right.
Yeah, she's probably like, oh, why are you telling me about this fucking book you read again, Edward? I've been so tired. I want to go play dress up.
They just like play chess in their head, and they're like sit there, and she'll like move, and he'll like moves and counter moves because she sees the future.
I just like, why would they want to play a game together? That seems so dumb. Like I
it does.
I would want to use my mind to create like cool things more like create gowns and things like that, and if I have a problem she'd be like, oh okay, wait, this is how you solve it, and then like we get through things so much quicker.
Be a good team.
We would be a good team. So yeah, I would love to have Alice as my number one bestie.
Cool. Who's next on your list, Chloe?
I think Ginny Weasley. So I did like one from each same book, like fandom, but I just like in the books she's so charming, she's like so fierce, she's an absolute bad bitch. Obviously we know how the movies went, but like I think she'd be sort of like the ultimate bestie because she's girly enough, you know what I mean, like she loves clothes, she like
the only thing that gives me pause is how she treats Fleur.
I think,
I tried.
It's okay. No, I knew what you were saying. I think, you kind of just threw up in your mouth, but like, go off. Yes, I agree. But also Hermione treats Fleur the same way.
Well, we already talked about her issue.
We did. But I do think that Ginny's a little more open-minded, I'd argue, than Hermione. Like, she's friends with Hermione and Luna. You know what I mean? She sees, I think, good in all people. And I just, like, I think she would be down to give me outfit advice, but then also down to, like, help me in defense against the dark arts. She's so funny. Like, she's arguably, I think, one of the funniest characters in Harry Potter. I think I'd be like, you know, laughing so hard my like abs are hurting. I think she'd be one to like call you out, but not in like a rude way. She'd be like, because she does it to she does it to her brothers all the time. She does it to Hermione. You know, she's like, yo, what, like, you're being rude. Someone needs to do it for her, for Fleur. I agree. But like, I think we could be it girls together. So that's why I would pick Ginny.
Bat Bogey Hex.
Yeah. I mean, she's a baddie. Period.
All right. Well, I guess okay. So I would love to be friends with Violet Surringale. I think that we would have so much fun training together. And also, she would train me and then I would tell her about science in my world. And then together,
oh, that's cool.
Change her world and save everybody.
If she gave you time.
With science ideas.
She'd be a boyfriend girl.
I know, that's like, I don't know if she was going to be like the best friend because she is a boyfriend girl.
But she does hang out with Ree. She gives more time than Bella.
For her friends.
She does.
Ever.
She does.
She'll be there to save your life.
She do always. Be stretched thin though.
She's stretched thin, but like now she needs help. So
true. Yeah, definitely. She definitely needs help now.
She got her boyfriend and her dragons. There's a lot more people in front of.
That's true.
She needs help. Shit, and I want to help her.
But
she needs besties post Onyx Storm for sure. Yeah.
She needs besties. I mean, my other one's Nesta Artron, who I would love to be besties in their book club, and we would have House of Wind sleepovers.
That was a plus one for me too. Like she's on both of your lists, and I agree. I just love her.
Yeah. Oh wait, I want to say Cassian. Okay, I would love to be besties with Cassian, and we'd be cheerleading buddies.
Can you set me up with him?
Oh my God, sure. I would be mad. But we do like all sorts of cheerleading stunts because he's so strong and he's so game to like play.
True.
And I need someone that's like I trust to like catch me no matter what, and I trust him like 1,000%. And we would do such cool tricks together.
That'd be cute. I'm like picturing it in my head. I love it. You could do like tricks in the air too, because you know he can fly.
That's what I mean. I would be a flyer.
Well, no. I mean even more like because he could push with his wings.
Fly.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
How would you not be able to catch feelings for that man?
I know, he's so delicious. Same with Azriel though.
I would know that my other best friend Nesta is already with
me. Okay, so they're canonically together and you're okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, go through y'all's.
Okay, I'll just real quickly. I also have Nesta on my list, and I was gonna say Samwise Gamgee.
He's the perfect best friend.
Perfect best.
He's
friend.
Almost too perfect. Like no one's like that.
Too much, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, he needs someone who also does something for him. He's about to die for Frodo. And then Natasha Romanoff, because she also literally will go. She died for her best friend.
Yeah,
it makes me so sad.
That's so true.
Yeah, so
she'd be a tough nut to crack too.
I feel like
it would be so worth it to be left by her.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's really sweet. I put Gwen on here to stay with Sarah J. Maas. Like, I just love her so much, and I think that she's been through a lot, and I have too. And I tend to gravitate towards people that have also had like difficult upbringings and stories, just because I think it's easier to understand each other. I think honestly that's why the three of us really clicked pretty right away, and it's nice to have someone like get you, but she's also full of joy and life, and I love that as well. And then I put Lysandra from Throne of Glass. She's like, there's so much I could say about her, but she's just she's one of the most powerful women I've ever read, and I think it would be a privilege to be in her circle, and she's like willing to sacrifice herself. I think a lot of these characters are willing to sacrifice themselves for their friends, which is so beautiful. I don't think we don't see that at the scale that we do in books in real life, right? So it's beautiful to read. And then I put Aelin, but I also think I want to be Aelin really bad, but I'll settle for being her best friend and just being in her orbit.
Scared to be her best friend.
I want to be her best friend so bad. I think I would also like worship the ground she walks on though. Valid. She's kind of scary, but it's hot.
All right, Natasha, did you go through all yours? Mm-hmm. Chloe, you went through all yours? Okay. Cool.
You have one more. You didn't
my last one was Dumbledore. I'd love to be friends with Dumbledore.
What? I almost put him on my no friend. No.
I want him to play chess with me and give me advice about life.
Okay, the reasoning I kind of see horrible friends though, probably. Like if you like best friend, playing chess with him, I get. Giving advice,
once
I get.
in a while,
but that man would manipulate the shit out of you if you're his best friend.
I think old man Dumbledore knows better.
Does he? I think he manipulates the shit out of Harry in his old age.
But he does it for to defeat Voldemort because he loves Harry. That's how he leads him to the slaughter.
Ooh, okay. Oh. I didn't realize how much of a Dumbledore apologist you are. I'm gonna take a step back and I'll let you live in that glory.
I'm sorry. I love Dumbledore.
She does.
I am a Dumbledore man through and through. I am Harry.
Chloe's like red flag.
It's just so my fucking god. That's crazy. I love you, and I'm happy for you. It could never be me.
Okay, to change the subject, Siobhan said, I would love to be friends with Claire Fraser because I know she would go so far to help me if needed, but she would also disappear on me with no warning because she was a
I think a lot of these characters, though, like at the end of the day, they've got a lot of shit going on that being their best friend, you would always come second. You would always come second to them saving the world.
Not Alice.
That's true. She's just out here being cute.
I feel like, wait, where's mine again? I feel like Magnus would always
That's true.
Put friends first. Mm-hmm. Friends first. Okay, let's do our Mary Kiss Cliff. All right, Chloe, you set us up today.
So we're doing Mary Kiss Cliff, but like a little different version. We're going to do bestie, casual friend, and enemy.
Nemesis.
Nemesis, yes. And we're doing, I picked good choices, I think. Like people you would want. So Violet Sorrengail, Feyre Archeron, or I guess that's her last name now, right? Whatever. And Alice Cullen.
This was hard. I think I'm going to pick Alice Cullen for Nemesis because the other two are too scary.
Valid.
Nemesis. Yeah.
Well, but Alice can predict everything.
Yeah, but like the other two could tear the world apart. Like it's very
sticks are different.
Feyre especially.
Yeah.
Okay, well, enemy in a sense for like we're going to battle together or just like a frenemy.
Like, I think, like, frenemy. Like, we're just not hanging out with them, you know? Like, no world-ending stakes here.
Honestly, I'm going to frenemy Violet Sorrengail. Sorry.
I'm going to bestie Violet Sorrengail. I already said I wanted to be best friends with her.
I think I am going to also frenemy Violet. Are we going to go in a round?
So, wait, we're not... So I don't have to worry about Feyre destroying.
No, you don't have to worry about destroying her. She's just your frenemy. You just don't vibe. You know what I mean? Like you don't really like her. She doesn't really like you.
Okay. Well, then I will enemy Feyre, and I am going to casual friend Alice.
Yeah, I'm gonna frenemy Violet because I would like Feyre as a casual friend.
I do like it.
I do would like. She would get me close to Cassian. That still wasn't in the picture. And then bestie Alice, because she's already number 1.
I think I would marry Feyre. Or not marry, sorry, bestie Feyre. And then casual friend Alice. Because I think we would be unstoppable when it comes to the fits.
I think Alice would freak me out because I'd be like, spoilers all the time.
That's so
oh my God, that's so
That's your worst fucking nightmare. And I'm sorry that sometimes it's me. I love you. I don't mean to. Oh my God, am I your Alice when it comes to spoilers?
No, you don't actually know the future. Like, that would freak me out, man.
I think Alice knows when to not say.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But then I know that she knows.
Yeah, that would still freak me out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that is our show today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We'd love to hear who you would not want to be friends with in our comments. So please let us know. We'd love to hear. I think these are so much fun. And if you agree or disagree with any of our choices. And we put out new episodes every single Friday. You should definitely be following us on Instagram and TikTok at Those Forking Fangirls. The links are in the show notes. And our podcast is edited by Emma Burton-Vergard, Natasha Polis, Christine Riccio, Alex Polis. Our music is by Cole Jenkins with vocals by Heather Traska. And we will see you next week. My name's Christine.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Chloe.
And we're off to go record Fangirl Tea Time. See you later. Bye.
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 Oh.